All right, so let's work on some practice problems for writing our double replacement reactions. So I've got my reactants here. Sodium sulfate reacts with ammonium iodide. So sodium has a 1+ charge, and I get that from the periodic table. Sulfate has a 2- charge. Okay. So when I end up crossing my charges, the compound that I get for one reactant is Na2SO4. So that is my first reactant. My second reactant is going to be ammonium iodide. So ammonium is NH4. It has a +1 charge. Okay. And iodide has a 1- charge. And so when I write this compound, it's just going to be NH4I. All right. Now remember, for a double replacement reaction, I need to switch partners. So it's going to be innies and outies. So here are my outies, sodium and iodide. Remember, positively charged ion, which sodium is going to go before a negatively charged ion, which iodide is. And then for ammonium and sulfate, ammonium will go before sulfate because ammonium is positively charged. So I'm going to cross my charges quickly. I've got sodium and iodide. Sodium has a 1+ charge. Iodide has a 1- charge. And so what I end up getting for one of my products is NaI. My other product, I need to cross ammonium, which is NH4+, right, with sulfate, which is SO4 2-. So when I cross my charges here, the 2 will become the subscript for ammonium. So remember, you need to put ammonium in parentheses. So you have 2 ammoniums. Okay. And then you're going to put sulfate here. And those are my products. Now, the last thing I always have to do when writing a chemical reaction is I need to balance. So I've got 2 sodiums here. I've got 1 on my product side, so I'm going to put a 2 here. That gives me 2 iodides. I have 1 iodide here, so I need to put a 2 in front here. I've got 2 ammoniums now, 2 ammoniums, 1 sulfate, 1 SO4, 1 SO4, and I am balanced. All right, for perchloric acid, it says perchloric acid reacts with magnesium hydroxide. All right, so remember, perchloric, the ic tells me that I have a polyatomic ion that has an ATE ending, because 8 is ic, but us is ite. All right, so for perchloric acid, this would be perchlorate. So I need to make an acid with the polyatomic ion perchlorate. Remember, hydrogen has a +1 charge. Perchlorate is going to be ClO4 with a 1- charge. That's the polyatomic ion, chlorate, perchlorate. So then when I cross charges, this just becomes HClO4. All right, that's going to react with magnesium hydroxide. So magnesium has a 2+ charge. Hydroxide has a 1- charge. So this is an acid-base reaction because I've got my acid and this is now my base. So when I cross my charges, the 2 will go to hydroxide. So I've got to put hydroxide in parentheses. Okay, now I'm going to switch up my partners. So keep in mind, innies and outies. So my outies here are going to be hydrogen with OH. Remember, don't let that 2 freak you out. It's hydrogen combining with OH, and then magnesium with perchlorate. All right, so hydrogen with OH, H and OH minus, when I cross my charges, remember, will give me simply HOH, which is just H2O. So there's water, which is one product of an acid-base reaction. And then the other product is going to be a salt. So I've got magnesium, which has a 2+ charge, and perchlorate, which has a 1- charge. Remember, a salt is just an ionic compound. So when I cross my charges here, I get Mg, and then in parentheses, ClO4 subscript 2 here. Now I simply need to balance. So I've got 1 perchlorate here, 2 perchlorates here, so I'm going to put a 2 in front here. That gives me 2 hydrogens here. I've got 2 here as well from the hydroxide, so that gives me a total of 4 hydrogens. So I've got to put a 2 in front of water. Then I have 2 oxygens in my reactants, 1 magnesium, and I'm balanced. Let's look at another double replacement reaction. Lithium phosphate with barium chloride. So lithium has a 1+ charge. Okay. Phosphate has a 3- charge. So when I cross my charges, what I get for one reactant is Li3PO4. Okay. My other reactant is going to be barium chloride. So barium has a 2+ charge. Chloride has a 1- charge. So when you cross your charges, you get BaCl2. All right. Now, I need to combine innies with outies. So lithium is an outie. It's going to combine with chlorine. Remember, lithium goes first because it's positively charged. Barium goes with phosphate. All right, so I've got lithium with a 1+ charge, chlorine with a 1- charge, and so this will just give me LiCl. All right, my other product is barium with a 2+ charge and phosphate with a 3- charge. Okay, when I cross my charges, remember the 3 will become the subscript for barium, the 2 for phosphate. So what I end up with is Ba3 in parentheses, because I want the 2 to apply to the entire phosphate, polyatomic ion, 2. Now I just need to balance. I've got 3 lithiums here. I've got 1 here, so I am going to put, well, hold on a second. I'm going to kind of predict what's going to happen here. Notice if I put a 3 here, that'll give me 3 chlorines, but I have 2 chlorines here. So it's very likely I'm going to need 6 chlorines total, because if I put a 6 here, I can put a 3 here, which will give me 3 bariums, which I want, 6 chlorines, which I want, 6 lithiums. I only have 2 here, so if I put a 2 here, that would give me 2 phosphates, and I want 2 phosphates, so now I am balanced. All right, let's look at the last one. Copper hydroxide reacts with sulfuric acid, so this is an acid-base double replacement reaction. So copper, it tells me it has a 2+ charge. I'm going to cross it with hydroxide, which has a 1- charge. So what I end up getting when I cross my charges properly, I put hydroxide in parentheses, is CuOH2. Right, for figuring out the formula for sulfuric acid, remember ic is 8. So this comes from sulfate. If it were sulfurous acid, that would be SO3, sulfite. But this is from sulfate, so I've got hydrogen needing to cross with sulfate here. So the formula for this guy is going to, when I cross my charges properly, is going to be H2SO4. So that's my acid. Copper 2 hydroxide is my base. Now I'm going to simply do my innies and my outies. So I've got copper here and sulfate. I'm going to combine together. And then hydrogen with OH. Remember, ignore the 2 and the 2 here. I'm just concerned with the identity of what I'm crossing, hydrogen and hydroxide. So copper has a 2+ charge. Sulfate has a 2- charge, so notice that these charges are going to simply cancel. I end up with CuSO4 for one product. My other product is going to be hydrogen, which has a +1 charge, combined with hydroxide, which has a 1- charge, which gives me HOH, also written as H2O. There's my water, there's my salt. Okay, now I'm going to balance. I've got 1 sulfate, 1 copper, 1 copper. I've got 2 hydrogens here, 2 hydrogens here, which is a total of 4. So I'm going to put a 2 in front here to give me 2 hydrogens on my product side, 2 oxygens, and I am balanced.